Good afternoon and welcome to the Art Block with Ant and Derek. I'm Ant.
And I'm Derek.
And we thank you for joining us once again. Derek, today's topic, I want to talk about movies being made in Georgia.
Right.
Because Georgia has become a hotbed of movie making.
Yes, it is.
It's possibly surpassing Hollywood in the next year or so.
Hopefully,
And,
because it's number three. It's number three in the film industry of locations behind New York and California, of course.
Right. So we're going to mention a few places that people out there can go to, a few sites they can go to if they're interested in becoming a extra or an actor or possibly working on a crew even of a film set.
Exactly.
We have, let's go start it off with, we got the southerncastingcall.com, which is a great site. That's the southerncastingcall.com. We have a local one, Middle Georgia Talent, who's one of our sponsors, and we appreciate them. And they offer some things out there for us. We have love2act.com. That's LOVE number 2 ACT.com. Filmatlanta.com. And there's some Facebook pages like Extras Casting Atlanta and the Film and Video Production Resource Directory, Middle Georgia area 2012, which is a good little booklet to get if you're working in the entertainment industry in this area. So, Derek, let's talk about some movies that are going to be filmed here soon, and also some TV shows, which are, of course, recurring shows. We have Vampire Diaries. It's been filming in the state for a while. The Walking Dead, Single Ladies, and a few others. But what I'm excited about, filming starting around now into about May 19th or so in that area, they're filming in Savannah a movie called The Drummer. And The Drummer is the story of Beach Boys drummer Dennis Wilson, played by Aaron Eckhart, and his turbulent relationship with Christine McVie, keyboardist, vocalist from Fleetwood Mac. And McVie is being played by Vera Farmiga from Up in the Air. She was in Safe House. And I'm looking forward to that one. They're supposed to be filming a lot of it, of course, in California. It's the Beach Boys. But they are going to be filming in Savannah also. And it just tells the story of their relationship. And it also deals with Dennis Wilson's addiction, as he drowned back in, 1983, I think it was.
Yes.
And, but it deals with his addiction, his relationship with his father, and his brothers, of course, in the Beach Boys. So I'm excited about that one for sure. Hope to get something on that one. We have another one which is not so much being filmed in Georgia. They might come this way, but I heard they're setting up the office in Georgia since it's right there on the border. They're filming this in Tennessee, Chattanooga, is what I hear. And you never know what happens. Things can change. But it's Harrison Ford. He's supposed to be playing the general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers, Branch Rickey. That's his name. In a movie called 42, which is a biopic about Jackie Robinson.
Yes, and 42 referring to his baseball number.
Right,
number
exactly. So, you never know. That one they might cross the border and come into Georgia for that. As of now, I've heard they're filming it in Tennessee, but I have heard they're setting up one of their offices in Georgia, North Georgia. So look for that one too. That'll be a good one to get on. Another one, I think you've told me about this one, No Good Deeds. Alternate title, The Knowing.
Oh, yes.
Right,
yes.
with Taraji
P. Nelson. Taraji P. Henson, yes.
Right.
From the
Hustle and Flow,
and the Benjamin Button.
Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Yes.
Right.
Which she was nominated for an Oscar as well.
Right.
Also.
Right. And they're supposed to be shooting that one around the same time they're shooting The Drummer. Starting around now, about and shooting through May, middle of May. Close to my birthday, May 19th. Hint. Remember that.
Yes.
And something else I've looked up and found out about. There's one which this one's been moved. This was supposed to start filming back in March, and it's called Fourth and a Long Shot. And it's I don't know much about it. It's a football movie. It's based on fact. It's about an NFL player, a football player, and I don't know a lot about it other than it's consistently getting moved back. It's a Screen Gems picture, and it's I'm sorry, it's not a Screen Gems picture. That's No Good Deed. It's a Screen Gems picture.
Okay.
I'm mixing up my movies here. It's a match picture, and it's done by Angel Media as well, and they're
Okay.
shooting in Atlanta. And again, look out for that. Usually when a movie gets pushed back consistently, that doesn't look good usually. Either they're
What
not
do you
getting
mean?
the funding,
Oh, not getting the funding.
or something fell through, or maybe, they lost the
Right.
rights to the story. Who knows? Who
Okay,
knows?
different casting. Or
Maybe so. Maybe so.
changes?
It's been moved at least twice. I think it was supposed to start in February,
Right.
and then it was moved to March, and then that was scratched too. So, so what else? What else you want to put in on the matter?
Well, also, I want to add in on the information to if you want to be involved in film. There's a number that I found also called the Georgia Film Office, and the number is 404-962-4055. That's 404-962-4055. They usually have updated announcements of certain opportunities to act in certain films. Some parts mostly would be for acting. Sometimes it would be for crew employment if they need like a grip or
Gaffers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
PAs.
definitely-
They're always looking for a lot of PAs.
Oh yes, definitely that. So if you don't have internet access, it's definitely a good source to look up if you have a phone. So
Right.
give them a call.
So Derek, have you've done some stuff as I have
Yes,
in the
yes.
film industry around here?
Right.
Have you found these sites useful?
Oh
Is that
yes,
useful?
yes,
Right.
they have. I mean,
Right.
granted, sometimes you don't get the part, but that's how the business
That's
is.
the business.
Yeah,
That's right. That sure is.
that's pretty much the business.
It is. And what recently did you work on that was locally made, or in the region, in the state?
Well, in the state, let's see. I think I was doing a extra part, actually with you in Trouble with the Curve.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was back a couple months ago.
Yes.
And that was great. Clint Eastwood came to Macon. Good stuff. Trouble with the Curve.
Very good movie.
All right. Well,
Hope to see it.
we've got a guest who's perfect for this topic coming up soon after this break.
Yes.
Neill Calabro. He's a mid-state author, actor, filmmaker, and he's had quite a few years in the business. So we're going to come back in a minute after these great commercials from our sponsors. And we thank our sponsors, Middle Georgia Talent, the Greek Corner Deli, and Trout Harris, and Athens Mattress Outlet. Come back in a couple.
Return to Wellston with Solid Ground, the complete first season on DVD.
No way, that's awesome.
The 4-disc set includes all 12 episodes plus cast and crew interviews, behind-the-scenes featurettes, outtakes, and more.
Works for me.
That was easy. Let's get to watching.
Filmed in Middle Georgia, see what the Telegraph called a humorous take on the detective series. Own Solid Ground, the complete first season today.
And we're here. We're right back on the Art Block with our guest, Neill Calabro. So how are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Great.
How you
Thank
doing?
you. Doing
Thanks
well.
for coming, Neill.
Thanks, Aunt.
And Neill, for you that don't know, Neill has been in this business a long time, not only
Long.
on screen, but behind the camera, and as well as he wrote a book. And the book he wrote is called Anyone Can Be in Movies, and you can find that on Amazon. So Neill, let's get a little history first. When did you start working in this business? And as what?
94, someone had told me they were shooting a movie called Andersonville, a TV
Okay.
movie, and I should go down and try to get a job as on the crew.
Right.
Doing
Okay.
construction. So I drove from Athens, where I was living, all the way to Riverwood Studios in Sonoya, and there was nobody there. All I saw was a little arrow that said extras that way. So I went to where it was, and there was one guy there, and he looked at me and he said, "You're too heavy." So I went home and went on a crash diet.
Okay.
And for 5 weeks, I barely ate. I jogged 3 miles a day and lost 25 pounds, went back to them, and they took me, and I worked on the movie for 60 days.
Wow.
Wow,
60
incredible.
days in the cold, the heat, the
Wow.
night, the rain. It was a disaster, but on the other hand, it was a great experience.
Yeah, it's
Eat your
definitely
heart
worth it.
out. Eat your heart out, Christian Bale.
Yes.
He lost all that weight too. So
Yeah, you did that Robert De Niro method,
Yeah,
for
that's right.
Raging Bull.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I met one of my best friends on that shoot, and him and I, the next year, we got in our separate cars and drove up the East Coast. Wherever we found a movie, we would bug them until
Great.
they let us work.
Right.
And then we went from East Coast all the way to West Coast till we both ended up in L.A. And he still lives there. He still acts. His name's Emmy Collins. And I left in '98 because one morning when we woke up and found a chalk outline in front of our front door, I thought, I can't do this anymore. I mean, every day, helicopters above our head,
Right.
shootings every day. There were bars on our windows.
High-speed chases.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a daily thing in California.
Yeah, the whole
Turn on the
OJ
TV.
thing, yeah. I mean, I saw a prostitute get hit by a car.
Right.
I mean, it was
Wow.
it was bad. Yeah. So
Some kind of Grand Theft Auto or something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a later show.
I miss
Yeah.
the green of Georgia because California was all white except for pink donut shops. So.
So Andersonville, the movie, that was, I guess if I'm not mistaken, that's the Civil War movie based on? Okay.
About the prison camp.
Confederate prison.
And Andersonville is, it's, I guess it's like an hour south of Macon.
Right.
Oh,
You
Right.
can
okay.
actually still visit the actual
Right.
prison site.
And they have that big, huge cemetery.
Yeah,
For
they
those
have
who
the
served.
cemetery, and
Right,
they have the
right.
very stream that's still there, where all the soldiers drank from and got sick, and
Right.
and they were losing at one point 100 people dying a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So roughly, I don't know if you know the exact number. How many different films, not behind the camera, but on screen, have you worked on?
I would say I have collected about 500 vouchers.
Wow. 500. Name some of them. Give us some.
Jerry Maguire,
Right.
Okay.
People versus
Larry Flint.
Larry Flint, and People versus Leo Frank.
Right.
I'm the
I
only
remember that.
Okay.
I'm the only actor.
The Atlanta.
That's been on both. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
shot in Atlanta.
I remember that. I've seen that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
I-
famous Leo Frank case. Yeah, yeah.
And I was on
okay.
Third Rock and Seinfeld.
Oh, you did a
and
lot of shows,
Toad
too.
Wow.
And 90210.
Wow.
Every
The,
day,
the,
every
the
day I
original
work.
one or the new on
On
CW?
the original.
Oh, the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Original.
Okay.
Yeah,
Original. Yeah.
because you in LA you sign up with a service and they just call you at the end of the day and say, tomorrow you're working on this movie. Be there at 4:30 in the morning.
Right, right, right. So what's I won't say what is your one favorite, but what are some of your favorites? And where'd you get the best FaceTime? On which ones did you get the best
Well,
FaceTime?
I'm actually mostly known for dancing on the Austin Power movie.
Oh, which one?
And the very first,
first
one,
one?
the very beginning, he's the girls are following him and chasing him,
Right.
and he gets to one spot where there's a policeman
Right.
stopping him, and he freezes, and everybody freezes, and everybody starts dancing.
Right.
I'm right next to there's two girls that are wearing British flag
Right.
skirts.
Right.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, that's good.
Amazing.
All my footage is on YouTube. My YouTube channel name is Neilliene. Yes, it's hard,
Right.
but
Right.
you can easily find
Right.
me on Facebook through you guys. And
Okay.
Right. Right. And
Definitely.
so what have you done recently? Most recently.
Oh, I've worked with the movie that was just here.
Well, a
It
couple
was
months ago.
2 months ago. Back in March.
Trouble with the Curve.
Yes, Trouble with the Curve and
Necessary Roughness.
Thank you.
A TV show.
Yes,
Necessary
the TV
Roughness.
show.
Yeah, that filmed in
Yes.
Macon
Yeah.
for a day. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So
That's
the
pretty
Curve, I loved seeing Clint. First time I'd ever seen him.
Right.
And
So first time working on a movie with a Clint Eastwood movie also.
yeah,
Right.
he never happened to come through LA the whole time I was there.
Right.
And did that. I got to be the popcorn vendor.
Right.
Walking around
Right.
throwing stuff at people.
So were there, and I'm sure there are, this happens with everybody, name some movies that you worked on that while you were working on them, you're thinking, oh, this is just a piece of junk. And then it turned out better than expected. Or vice versa, something that you thought, man, this is going to be a great movie.
And then
this is going to be a
flop.
big one. And it was just, and then you saw if you saw the finished product, it was,
Yeah.
Are there many that stick out?
Well, it's because you're on set and everything's so broken up
Right.
that you can't tell the flow
Right.
and the feel. On A Time to Kill, which shot in above Jackson, Mississippi, in a little town called Canton, the final adjudication, I don't know, of Matthew McConaughey,
Right.
where he was giving that grand speech, which vaulted him into the business.
Right.
I mean, they had to stop and cut and do it
Right,
over and
right.
give direction over and over. It was 100 degrees in that little, it was a studio they made of a courthouse.
Right.
And
Okay.
everybody was sweating.
Right.
And it seemed like it was going to be horrible. But then when you saw Matthew, you're going, oh, I love him.
Yeah. Great performance.
Yeah.
Standout performance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break in a minute, and when we come back with Neill, we're going to have him tell us about his book, as well as he's going to give us all some advice on IMDb and how to operate on there, which is the Internet Movie
Database,
That's right,
yes.
for you that don't know that. But enjoy these commercials, and we will be right back.
What kind of madhouse is this? Is this any way to treat a man? Where's your humanity?
Athens Mattress Outlet, proudly serving Athens and the University of Georgia community. Featuring the Energy Series Pillow Top for only $3.99. Avoid the hassle of moving a mattress when your student leaves home to attend UGA. Athens Mattress Outlet is an online retailer based in Athens and now serving all of Georgia. Call or click today.
The only good bed is an Athens mattress bed.
The moment that I laid eyes on her, I was hooked. She had a glow that said, I'm here, I'm waiting, speak to me, look at what I have to offer. As my eyes scrolled down her sleek, inviting, and provocative frame, I realized that this was no middle-of-the-road dame. She supplied opportunity, character, security, and a healthy boost to my ego. She had me coming back for more.
And we're back on the block, the art block, with our guest, Neill Calabro, who has a brand new book called Anyone Can Be in Movies, available on Amazon.
Yeah, it's the 4th edition.
Oh, fourth edition.
of the
Wow.
book. Yeah. I was saying earlier, when a friend and mine, we went traveling up and down the North Coast and then to the West. You know, I wrote down everything we did, everything we learned, and that's what became the book. And I just kept updating it through the years, and then published it on Amazon 3 or 4 years ago. And I actually had to get a 4th edition where I went back and blurred one of the actresses' faces because she got angry at
Oh,
the
wow.
book, and she had it taken off Amazon. I mean, by a phone call. This is
Wow.
the odd power of Amazon. Never contacted me or
Right,
anything. Someone
right.
just made an email or something. I don't like my face being on this book.
And what was the
so
reason? That was just a reason.
Didn't like her face being in it, so I had to go
Was
back.
she ugly? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So
She was a diva.
Yes.
A drop dead diva.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And I blurred
Okay.
her face out in certain pictures that she was in the book. So now it's just, and it's funnier now. You
Yeah.
see the picture of us standing here, and there's this
And
woman-
what movie was this? Or TV show?
She was one of the people that we met in Mississippi and came to California with us.
Okay.
So she's in a lot of pictures,
Oh.
and I had to change her name too.
We should get Will, our director producer, to maybe flash a picture of her up on the TV screen, and then maybe we'll
Her blurry picture.
and then maybe
Yeah.
we'll hear from her. Take that picture off.
Maybe you could be a guest.
Okay,
So the
so
book's in 2 parts.
Okay.
okay.
And the first part is if you know nothing about acting, how to get
Right.
started, who to contact, how to contact, how the resume, the headshot,
Right.
getting in the union, getting your card. It goes through all of that. The book's 160 pages. The second half are all the weird things that happened to me in travels with me and my friend Emmy Collins.
Touch on a couple of real quick. Touch on a couple of incidents or stuff that stuck out that happened on sets with you, either with like other actors, the main actors.
There's a movie, Shadow Conspiracy, shot in Virginia. Charlie Sheen, me and my friend. Yeah, well, one time I was going up in a stairwell, in a back stairwell of this building, and he was coming down with his huge bodyguards, and he kind of the bodyguards kind of like went, "Don't, nobody touches Charlie."
Right.
But
Because he's made of full tiger blood.
That's right.
Make your head explode.
yeah, but there was one scene in Shadow Conspiracy. There's this scene where this toy helicopter pops out of a present, and it's got machine gun on it.
Right.
And it's shooting at all these people. We're all running. And so my friend Emmy, he said to me, okay, this time when we run, you fall, I'll pick you up and, help you out of the way. So they say action, I fall. He picks me up horizontally with my head here, my legs out there, and he's running me into all these people.
Like a Batarang or something?
Yeah, they're all running this way. He decides to run this way, and this is the first time we met a union actress. She came up to us, and she was furious, and she was yelling at us, telling she was going to get us kicked off. This story is in the book, and that we were unprofessional, and so good stories like that are through the book.
So real quick now, tell us about, you said you had a couple of things you wanted to say about IMDb.
Yeah, I was talking to a month and a half ago when we did Necessary Roughness. I was talking to Lisa Fulford and Aaron Pridmore. And
who was a guest on here recently.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, former guest.
Great musician. They were saying, I want experience. I want to get IMDb credits, but I'm going to have to apply for a movie and get on there and wait till they get the credit onto IMDb. And I was saying, no, you don't. You can simply make your own movie. If you have your own camera, make your own little movie, make it 3 minutes, 5 minutes, it doesn't really matter. And then there's a website, createspace.com, which is one of those self-publishing companies. And they will self-publish your movie, make it into a DVD, and then it'll go from there to Amazon. And once it's on Amazon, you automatically can go to IMDb, sign up, and fill out all that long information of name of movie, who's in it, who's the director, music, and all that stuff.
And you did that with you directed Through the Lens.
Yeah.
And you did that with that, which is like a 8-10 minute short.
10-minute short. Through the Lens is
filmed in this area.
Filmed in Gray, Georgia, Jones County. It was part of that movie, part of that 10 minutes, just about 30 seconds to a minute, is going to be used in a Steve Balderson movie. And he just finished his last movie, Casserole Club, that it had won 5 awards up in New York at the Vision Fest. So it was great to be able to do that. I wanted to shout out to Steve. And
I'm glad you brought up film festivals, because that's another way that you can get your movie on IMDb.
That's right.
Once you get in a film festival, you do Without a Box, and it gets it on there.
Some of these, they tell you this movie, even if you don't get chosen, you can still get an IMDb credit for your movie.
So, you writing anything else right now? Middle of anything?
Yeah, I'm pushing my epic script called Dark Pines, Alabama. I'm trying to get, of course, funding, and I'm trying to get actresses and everything. When Beth Grant was here, I got to speak with her producer, and he's reading the script now, and hopefully, we'll get her on board.
Okay. All right. We'll be right back after this message.
Spartans! My brothers who have fought so gallantly thus far. The blood of my blood that I would give up 1,000 lives for. I ask you to give once more. To sacrifice your sweat and your blood and your fire in honor of all that we hold great. But before we march into the hallowed halls of Ares, We must dine.
In hell?
Not this time.
In apple seeds?
No.
I crave me some Xerxes.
Hold your tongue, warrior.
I love Pompeiles.
No. Tonight, we dine at Greek Deli.
At the Greek Corner Deli, we offer a variety of Mediterranean favorites, including our crowd-pleasing gyro, as well as subs, salads, and tasty desserts. We also carry a large selection of Greek and imported beers, and invite you and 300 of your closest friends to join us for happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. The Greek Corner Deli, located on 587 Cherry Street in beautiful downtown Macon, Georgia. Look for the flags.
Hi there. Before we leave, I want to thank our guest, Neill Calabro, for being a wonderful guest on our show.
Thanks.
And I do want to remind you to check out our page on Facebook, where we have a new art block poll, and our poll question is gaming an art? So check it out, like the page, and like the poll, vote for it, and whether or not if you agree or disagree, and maybe we'll have it as a future episode. So on behalf of our guest and my co-host Anthony,
One thing before that, Derek. Here's a little teaser of upcoming guests we have on our show. We've got local artist Heidi Kleinite. Should be joining us in a few episodes. We have the duo musical act Whittles. They'll be joining us in an episode or two. And we're really looking forward to having. We're looking forward to all of our guests, of course.
Yes.
But look for Nathan Edmondson soon, who is a nationally known comic book writer who resides here in the Middle Georgia area. And looking forward to all that.
Oh, yeah.
Again, we would like to thank our sponsors, Middle Georgia Talent, Athens Mattress Outlet, as well as our others. We appreciate you for watching and joining us on the Art Block with Aunt and Derek. Thank you, Neill. And check us out every Saturday, 12:30 p.m. here on Macon TV, WPGA.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to support the arts.